But hello, everybody. It's Kieran here at Magical Traveller. I hope you're having a great day and enjoying this glorious weather that we're having. As promised, if you've seen the post earlier on, I am doing the first of two lives that are going to be all about two very exciting. One's about a new cruise ship, and the other is about a very new sailing that's happening with one of our friends over at Virgin Voyages. However, today we're going to be chatting all about Utopia of the Seas, the latest ship to be announced by Royal Caribbean. Now, the reason why we're so excited by this ship is I think she's got something very exciting to offer for people who are fans of maybe Orlando, visiting the Disney and Universal theme parks in Orlando, and also maybe want to try cruising for the first time, or maybe want to do a land and sea offering. So now I've got a couple of videos, I've got a couple of slides that have just been given to us by Royal Caribbean, and I've just come off a travel agent training with Royal Caribbean. So I'm going to share as much information with you guys as possible about this new incredible ship. But first of all, I'm going to start off with a video that just gives you a quick overview of what this new ship is all about. So let's give it a go.
Make me go loco, loco, make me go loco. Make me go loco. Make me go loco, loco.
Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
Now, how amazing does that ship look? Now, if you are aware of Royal Caribbean, this is going to be the latest and the last of their Oasis class ships. Now, the Oasis class ship at the moment are currently the world's largest cruise ships at sea. Now, Royal Caribbean are beating their own record with the next class of ship, Icon of the Seas, which launches in the new year. But this is going to be the last of the Oasis class ships called Utopia of the Seas. That's going to be sailing from Port Canaveral, which is about 45 minutes drive away from all the Orlando theme parks, so Universal and Disney and all those attractions that we know and love. Now, what's unique about this ship is she's going to be sailing a series of 3 and 4 night sailings, which is why Royal are calling it the ultimate weekend away, because you get access to obviously that incredible ship with the multiple neighborhoods on board, but also all the amazing pools and slides. But she's also going to be visiting their private island, which is Perfect Day Coco Cay, on every single sailing. Then she's also going to be visiting Nassau as well. So Nassau is an amazing resort island as well in the Bahamas. So you're going to have all the access to the amazing kind of features there as well, including Atlantis, which has the famous water park and things like that as well. So this is the ultimate weekend away. It's the ultimate kind of weekend length break as well, which is perfect for us in the UK to pair it with a land and sea option if you're looking to do maybe like a shorter cruise and try cruise for the first time. Now, we've got a series of slides that have been sent to us. I'm not going to go over all of them because there's a lot of information that if you've never sailed with Royal before, it probably doesn't make too much sense, but I'm just going to kind of go over it now. So as you can see there, arrives summer next year, so June next year, she's available on 3 and 4 night sailings. Then this is on the slide at the end, but basically she's doing Monday to Friday and then Friday to Monday. So perfect if you kind of want to box that into a longer, 10 or 14 night break in Walt Disney World or Universal Orlando. So as you can see there, I've kind of gone over this, but she's the 6th Oasis class ship, and every sailing is going to be going to Perfect Day Coco Cay. What's unique as well is she's going to be the first Oasis class ship to be powered by LNG, which is liquefied natural gas. Now, this is a more efficient fuel for when they're powering ships, and a lot of the cruise industry, the newer ships are moving over to LNG, and they're looking towards the future to make cruising as sustainable as possible as well. So it's just great to see that this is the first ship in the Oasis class to be doing that. Now, in fact, I may have to change this layout so you can see that a bit better. Just to give you a bit of overview, these facts are not everyone's cup of tea, but just the key thing to take away here is there's 18 decks on board. So that's 18 decks of kind of entertainment venues. We've been told there's 20 plus eateries on board, so 20 different places to eat and dine, 40 different venues on board, so different options for if you want to kind of play miniature golf, want to go to a comedy club, nightclub, dining, pools, all that type of stuff. There's loads and loads of options for the whole family, and this is what Royal Caribbean do. They can't be beat when it comes to the ultimate family holiday. Now, what they're saying with the Utopia of the Seas is you've got bigger ways to splash, bigger ways to dine, and bigger ways to party. So again, it's just going back and playing onto that whole bigger options, more choice, more options for the whole family, regardless of how you like to take your family holiday. And the big one they're concentrating on for this particular sailing is going to be the bigger ways to splash, because they're linking this with their private island as well as the ship, where they're going to have an amazing choice of slides. So across now, this is including Perfect Day Coco Cay and also Utopia of the Seas. But on your 3 or 4 night sailing, you're going to have access to 5 different pools on board the ship. 8 whirlpools available on the ship, so tons of choice for whirlpool fans and pool fans on board the ship. But you're also going to have access then to the Caribbean's largest freshwater pool at Perfect Day Coco Cay. You're also going to have then the zip line. So there is a zip line on board Utopia of the Seas, and there is also a 1,500-foot zip line as well at Perfect Day Coco Cay. You're also going to have Up and Away, which is that helium tethered balloon as well. So you're going to have those beautiful panoramic views of Perfect Day Coco Cay. You've also got the tallest water slide in North America on Perfect Day Coco Cay. And then across the two, so both what's included at Thrill Park on board on Perfect Day Coco Cay, but also on Utopia of the Seas, you're going to have a choice of 17 different water slides to go on, which is incredible. And then you're going to have 6 beaches as well then on Perfect Day Coco Cay, as well as then their kind of private beach club you can pay to go into as well if you wanted to as well. So tons and tons of options. If you are somebody who loves kind of beaches, pools, slides, fun things like that, then definitely this is the ultimate holiday for you. So just to give you a quick look, I'm not going to go into too much detail about all of this, but just to give you a quick look around kind of the pool deck. So this is going to be on the top deck now. There are going to be 4 main pools that you can go into, and they range from kind of the family pools, the lounge and chill out pools. You can see Lime and Coconut there in the background, which is going to be the bar that's going to be around the pool area, but there is tons of options for kind of getting a drink or getting a bite to eat around the pool area. And again, you're going to have the series of Perfect Storm water slides. I've done these on Wonder of the Seas, and they're a lot of fun. They're actually really fast for slides at sea. So again, that's a lot of fun to do. And there you can see that as well. There's lots of casual bites as well around the pool area. So you don't necessarily have to kind of get dressed or get changed if you want to grab a bite to eat at the pool deck. This is one of the newest now on Utopia of the Seas fast dining options. So you're going to have kind of a quick grab and go station to get kind of like little Mexican bites as well. But also around the corner from that then as well, you can have El Loco Fresh, which is going to be a bit more of a sit down pool side as well, which you can have burritos, fajitas, quesadillas, all that amazing Mexican food. We've done the equivalent of this on Wonder of the Seas, and it's amazing. The food's so good for kind of quick grab and go poolside food. Then you're going to have Cantina FRESCA, so again, poolside bar, which is going to get kind of your margaritas, your mojitos, things like that as well. So really fun Caribbean cocktails. This is what Royal do really best. They're perfect for kind of enjoying that amazing Caribbean sun and enjoying perfect food and drink as well, poolside. And then you can see then the multi-story Lime and Coconut as well. This is just going to be the main pool bar with all the steel drums playing in the background. It is such a vibe. It's a lot of fun. You can see kind of the giant screen in the distance as well. So they usually sometimes show films on there as well. So it's just such a vibe. It's a lot of fun to just relax and spend a day enjoying that. Then as well, included is going to be Sprinkles, which is the ice cream, so that you can have all you can eat ice cream. This space has been expanded on board Utopia of the Seas as well now, so you've got more choice, 6 flavors of ice cream available to choose from, as well as then your own personal topping station as well, so you can kind of put all your favorite sprinkles on top of your ice cream as well, all included, so unlimited ice cream for your entire voyage. And then the Ultimate Abyss. So for those of you that don't know, all the Oasis class series of ships have the Ultimate Abyss, which is a dry slide. So you can go on this from the top of the ship right the way down to kind of the boardwalk, which is the outdoor open area overlooking the back of the ship. Now, this is going to be the longest and fastest as well Ultimate Abyss of all the Oasis class series of ships. They've said basically you can just about see in the middle. You've got that clear section. So you've got a bit of a clear section so you can kind of see down beneath you, which I think is an extra thrill that I don't think I'm ready for. But this slide's incredible. It's really fast. They've got speed up rollers as well halfway through it to make you go even faster than ever before. It's longer than ever before as well. And it has LED lights inside it. It plays sound. It's such an amazing attraction. Again, that's all included. You don't have to pay for that. That's included in your cruise fare as well. And then again, just some of the family activities you can do on board as well. Again, all these are included. You may have to sign up and wait, but definitely all included, no charge. But things like there's 2 rock walls on board. You've got the expanded new mini golf area that's bigger than it is on Wonder. Then you've got the flow ride or the surf simulator, and then as well the zip line as well on board the ship. Now, there's also as well more choices for dining as well once you're on board. So if you are kind of looking to get specialty dining or you want to have the included dining, there's more choices than ever before as well. So you can see that there's 21 dining options on board. There's also then as well on Perfect Day Coco Cay, which, as I say, they're pairing these 2 experiences together. You're going to have dining options there. We dined on Perfect Day Coco Cay in both Coco Beach Club as well as then the kind of main buffet area as well. Food's incredible, really lovely burgers, quite fast bites to eat, as much ice cream if you want, as well as much soft drinks as you want. It's just a really lovely way to kind of enjoy that day on Perfect Day Coco Cay. You're going to have as well teppanyaki. So again, sushi, this is a speciality. As I've mentioned, then the 6 flavors of ice cream. The one I'm really excited, and there's a bit of a slide to it later on, is the new immersive train car dining experience, which we'll talk about, I guess, in a little second. But then 10 al fresco dining experiences as well. Again, you're going to be in the Caribbean weather, enjoying that glorious sunshine. So loads more options as well well for dining al fresco. And again, 10 complimentary dining options. So even though there is specialty dining on board and upcharge dining, there are 10 different options for you to dine complimentary without having to pay an extra penny as well. So tons of choice, regardless of whether you pay for specialty or not. This is one that I thought was really cool when I saw this. So just so you know, on this series of ships, they have kind of different neighborhoods, and inside the center of the ship, it's an open air area called Central Park. Now they're adding IZUMI in the park. So this is going to be kind of a sushi station where you can go and grab sushi to go and get really light bites type of thing during the daytime in this open air, glorious kind of park-like area with real trees, real foliage. It's absolutely beautiful. But again, look, that's really cool as well. Japanese inspired bubble waffles as well. That's really cool to have that included. And it's just nice to see more options as well come into the Royal Caribbean ships. This is the one, when they've explained this, I was like, this is my cup of tea. This sounds amazing. Now, this is a whole immersive themed dining experience. And what they've explained it is you kind of go beforehand, you get your pre-dinner drinks, cocktails, which is themed to look like kind of a European turn of the century train station terminal ultimately. So you get your kind of departure drinks and you get your ticket, then you then board the train. And we were very lucky to do the Rocky Mountaineer previously, so we've had something similar to this in the real world. But you then kind of sit in your train carriage, and then via some magic special effects, then you get to have an immersive dining experience where you get to travel to different destinations, but also then they're feeding you and dining as well. There's kind of the scenery changes around you. This sounds like pure magic, and something that, you know, Royal Caribbean are really, really great at is just elevating those dining experiences beyond just giving you great food. They're giving you a full-on experience as well. So I can't wait to see more about this. This is all we have to work with at the moment. It's just this little teaser image, but I think this is going to be a fantastic experience on board Utopia of the Seas as well. Then as well, so just quickly going over it, these are Giovanni's Italian kitchen. This is in a new location as well. And it's also got an alfresco dining area overlooking the boardwalk as well. So this is really great for if you want that elevated Italian experience, you're going to get that as well, and have the option to dine outside if you wanted to as well. And Windjammer Marketplace. Now, it is my favorite buffet station, Windjammer. Honestly, the layout is fantastic. There's tons of choice. You're not having to kind of hobble around everybody and wait kind of in long lines. It's really, really easy to find what you want and make a really good meal out of it. But the quality of the food for buffet food is probably the best in the industry as well. So absolutely love Windjammer. It's probably my favorite buffet on any ship. That's obviously going to be included on board this ship as well. So you can have breakfast, dinner, and lunch there if you wanted to. So you can have your evening meal if you wanted something more casual, or you can obviously go to the main dining rooms as well, which are also going to be included in your cruise fare. Mason Jar is back as well. So Mason Jar is a specialty restaurant, but this is going to be kind of your Southern Creole. You're going to have your New Orleans style food as well. So that's where you're going to go if you want to kind of get those amazing kind of Southern bites and Southern cocktails as well. So I didn't get a chance to go on this on Wonder, so I'd love to get back on board one of these two ships, Wonder or Utopia, to kind of sample this, because this just looks absolutely incredible. And then Trop's Grill as well. This is going to be the onboard steakhouse. So this is back as well. It's famous for Royal Caribbean, and we dined on this on Wonder. And again, some of the best steak I've ever had at sea as well. So really, really lovely option if you wanted to treat yourself one night and go for a specialty meal. And as well, we didn't get to do this, but this is Hook Seafood. This is back as well. So this is going to be where you're going to find kind of lobster, all your seafood choices. If you're a big fan of seafood, then you're definitely going to want to make a beeline for Hook Seafood. Now, it's not just about dining and pooling as well. There's tons of options for kind of enjoying the evening and nightlife as well. And nobody does it better than Royal. There's so many different venues, depends on the type of person you are, to relax and unwind. Now, you can see those on the screen there as well. So obviously you're going to have your casinos on board. Now, they've said there's 2 casinos on board this ship, so spread out into more areas as well. And this is what Royal are really good at, is spreading people out. It's not like everyone's clamoring to the one place, because there's so many different options on board and there's something for every type of person. There's going to be loads of options. So if you want kind of louder bars where there's a lot more live music playing, you can find that. If you want quieter bars, you could totally find that as well. If you like live music or you want kind of entertainment, there's something for everyone, and everyone is spread out. So you never feel like, despite how big the ships are, that everyone's clamoring together in the same place. So again, really great for that. So this is my favorite of everything they've revealed, and I'm such a sucker for a rum bar. But this is the Pesky Parrot. It's new to Royal Caribbean on Utopia of the Seas, and it's going to be kind of where you're going to find all those tiki-inspired cocktails as well. So I have a sneaky suspicion this is where you'll find me most evenings on board as well if we were on Utopia of the Seas. This is going to be incredible, so excited for that. Again, as I've mentioned as well, the casino, which again, if you're a big fan of gambling, there's a great casino on board. And karaoke. Now, this is something that they do really well. They actually have a full-on lounge dedicated to karaoke, as well as karaoke booths. So you can either join in and do the full-on karaoke with everyone, or you can go and find your own little private karaoke booth if you wanted to, and have just that kind of one-to-one or small group karaoke experience if you wanted to. Boleros is going to be the Latin nightclub on board, so you're going to kind of find all that Latin music as well. Obviously, being apart from America, is really popular with the American crowd, but if you are somebody who's a big fan of Latinx music or Latin dancing, things like that, then definitely Boleros is going to be the nightclub you want to head to. That's back on Utopia this season as well. And if you're a big fan of sports as well, so if you're somebody who likes making sure you catch the latest sporting events and games then happening all around the world, Playmakers is going to be the place you want to head towards, but it's also going to be where you're going to find kind of lighter bites as well. Now, this is an extra charge. You do have to pay for any meals you have in Playmakers, but it's got amazing wings, burgers, you know, quick basket, bite sweet, things like that. So again, this is going to be an amazing option if you kind of like that casual dining, but you're also a fan of sporting events. There is also an arcade nearby as well. So if the kids want to play on the arcade games, you could totally do that as well and just have a lovely evening there. It's located on the boardwalk as well, so it's kind of at the after shift facing the outdoor area. So again, loads of options if you kind of just want to relax and enjoy kind of that outdoor space, al fresco drinking if you wanted to, or go and sit inside the main area. Music hall is back as well, so it's going to be a live music nightclub on board. So again, so that's Boleros, you've got music hall, as well as the standard nightclub on board. That's 3 so far, as well as kind of the karaoke spot that's on board. And I think it's the next slide, but there's also a comedy club. So if you think about it, in the evenings, that's 5 main venues at the least, without looking at all the smaller bars as well on kind of Royal Promenade. But this is what I mean by there is tons of options. So you can kind of pop around the 2, have a bit of a bar crawl if you wanted to, or you can find your favorite and spend every night there as well. So music halls can have live music every night. Is a absolutely jumping nightclub every night with live music and performances. So again, really great if you're into that type of vibe. And then as well, they've got then the Bell and Barley, which is going to be the English or British style pub on board as well. So if you're somebody who just likes more of a casual pub environment, like I say, there's an option for everyone on board. The attic is going to be the Manhattan-themed, Manhattan-inspired comedy lounge on board as well. So if you're somebody who enjoys comedy, then definitely as well check out the attic. From my understanding, from what I remember being told, is Royal Caribbean employ more comedians at sea than any other cruise line. So they always work really well with lots of comedians and have a real good rotation of comedians working for them as well. Now, they did say they're going to tease us a little bit more about entertainment as we kind of the ship gets launched. Obviously, they're not going to launch all the details in one hit. They're going to kind of stagger things out. But there are going to be 4 shows on board the ship. This is overlooking the after the ship, which is the Aqua Theatre. Royal Caribbean are the pioneers and the groundbreakers when it comes to onboard entertainment. In my opinion, nobody does kind of ship entertainment better than Royal Caribbean. The best shows I've ever seen have been on Royal Caribbean ships. But this is going to be the Aqua Theatre, so we're going to get an all-new show in the Aqua Theatre. Now, the other ships in this class of ship do have an ice skating rink where there's usually a show there. They haven't announced that for this ship yet, so they could surprise us. But I would expect something that is going to be a game changer, like an ice skating rink at sea, or whether they're going to try something different, as well as then the main theatre as well. That's going to have so a series of ships, series of entertainment. Sorry. Now, there's all new accommodations on board. If you're somebody who usually stays in kind of an inside or a balcony, there's not going to be a massive amount for you there. A lot of the kind of new changes are going to be looking at suite level or above. But they did share this with us, and this suite looks amazing. This is going to be the Solarium Suite, which is the brand new suite now. It's not featured in any other ship. It's brand new to Utopia of the Seas. I have a little video of this to show you, just to give you a little look about what this suite is like. Like, can you imagine how incredible that is to be at sea and have that amazing panoramic view of the ocean? But also, did you notice as well the kind of balcony does open, or you get that balcony, so you can open up the open air as well in that seating lounge area. It just looks absolutely stunning. Let me put me back on the screen. There I am. So again, you're going to have that. Now, what's also unique as well, this, if you are somebody who sails Royal often and used to stay in Junior Suite, Junior Suite is kind of like a weird mini between. So it's not quite suite level on board with Royal. You don't get access to kind of the suite only spaces, suite neighborhood, things like that. So now they've introduced a new class of suite for junior level, at least anyway, called the Sky Junior Suite, which does then afford you access as well then to the kind of full suite perks, including access to kind of the suite neighborhood and things like that, which I think is really nice as well for kind of people who want to maybe approach that, but they're not quite ready yet to go onto the full-on loft suite and solarium suite and things like that. Now, this is a new category as well. Again, it's a minor detail, but if you are somebody who books an inside cabin, sometimes inside cabins are kind of long and thin. What they're introducing now is a square-shaped interior cabin. So it's just a bit wider to give you a bit more space between kind of where your bed is and where the kind of vanity unit is, the TV and things like that. So it's just a minor detail, but it's really nice to see that as well. Even at the kind of entry level, the leading category, you're going to find as well some new innovations happening there as well, just to give you more space when you are on board the ship. Now, this one, I do have a video and I've not yet edited it, but I've been in the Ultimate Family Suite on board Wonder of the Seas, and it's incredible. Honestly, you've got a slide, it's 2-story, you've got a slide, there's a mini theatre as well for the little ones, so they can kind of play games consoles, they can watch their own films, their own little theatre space as well. There's interactive tables, there's ping pong tables from my memory inside it. It's just incredible. So the kids basically can kind of, the sleeping area is usually on the upper floor. You can wake up and slide down to the lower floor in the mornings. You've got beautiful outdoor space as well. So honestly, it's such an incredible family suite as well to stay in for the whole family. Then if you're somebody maybe doesn't have younger kids, but you still want those finer things, this is going to be the alternative, which is the Royal Loft Suite. Again, more innovations here. The one that caught my eye was this gorgeous, gorgeous pool, bath, spa bath feature, which again has these gorgeous windows overlooking the outside of the ship as well, but also has a rainfall shower in the area as well. This just looks absolutely incredible. Again, I've been around the version of this on Wonder of the Seas, which I still haven't edited that video together, but this is an incredible, this is the top end, however, obviously, of the suites on board. These suites, the two, the Loft Suites and the Royal Loft Suites, the Family Loft and the Royal Loft, they sell out immediately. So if you are interested in these, get in touch sooner rather than later because they sell out so quick. And then, as I mentioned, if you do stay suite level, you do get access to the suite neighborhood, which gives you your own private pool, your own private sun deck, and your own private lounge and bar as well. So definitely something to think about. You also get access to Coastal Kitchen as well, which is going to be the suite-only specialty restaurant as well for suite level guests. Now, I believe that is it, but just to give you, there's one more, I think, which is the itineraries. There we go. So just to say now, this goes on sale technically from tomorrow, so Thursday, for Crown and Anchor members. So if you have sailed with Royal Caribbean before, or you have signed up to the newsletter and you have pre-gold status, so maybe you haven't quite sailed yet, but you've maybe booked one in the future, you can book from tomorrow, so from Thursday, or it goes on general sale from Friday, the 23rd of June. Now, the first sailings are going to be June next year. They haven't told us the actual June. It does say June. However, they're advertising that July and through to April is going to be on sale from this Friday. However, June is going to be the maiden sailing. We just don't know when that is yet. I don't know whether it will be on sale from tomorrow onwards or whether they're going to announce it later on once they know when the actual ship is going to be completed. A lot of ships recently have had issues with maiden sailings just because there's been delays or they've been able to kind of maybe finish the ship earlier, so they kind of have to put extra sailings on sale. So maybe that's what's going on here. They're not actually announcing the exact maiden voyage. But basically, as of this week, the July through to April 2025 season will be on sale. And you can see there as well the itineraries you can do. So again, you've got those 3 nights, which are going to be the ones that are primarily going to be aimed at the American market, but that doesn't mean you can't book them. But that's the 3 nights from Friday through to Monday. Or you could do the 4-night then as well, which is going to be Monday through to Friday, which will give you access, like I say, depart from Port Canaveral, which is about 45 minutes away from the Orlando attractions, a day at Nassau, day at sea, then a day at Perfect Day Coco Cay, and then a day at Port Canaveral. Now, these sailings will sell incredibly well just because Perfect Day Coco Cay is up there with the best private islands in the Caribbean for cruise lines. Some people will book back-to-back sailings on the shorter sailings on other ships just to go to Perfect Day Coco Cay. There are some sailings that are just 2 nights only, and they literally go out to Perfect Day Coco Cay, come back, and people will book them back-to-back. So definitely, I can do a whole other feature. I was meant to actually upload a video, and I forgot to do it. But I can do a whole feature on Perfect Day Coco Cay. In fact, give me a second. Let me see if I can quickly find... So I downloaded it the other day. Perfect Day. If I don't find it quickly, no, I can't find it. Perfect Day. Nope. No, I haven't got it. Okay, sorry. I'll find it and I'll post it separately. But Perfect Day Coco Cay is an incredible. It's probably my favorite private island that I've been to so far on any cruise line. Just there's so much space and so much choice again. So again, this cannot be underestimated how amazing this is. But then to pair this as well with the world-class themed attractions as well, like Universal, Legoland, you've got kind of Kennedy Space Center, Walt Disney World, all those attractions as well in the central Orlando area. This is the ultimate family holiday. So again, definitely think about doing a land and sea option if you are looking at doing this. Yeah, there we go. That's the last library. It's all about Perfect Day Coco Cay. So guys, I hope that's given you just a bit of an introduction to what's coming now with Utopia of the Seas. Honestly, it's going to be such an incredible ship. If you are interested in getting on board and booking, then definitely get in touch. You can send me an email anytime at kieran@magical-traveler.com. Or you can visit the website, which is magical-traveler.com as well. Or if you're watching this on Facebook and LinkedIn, you want to work out how to get in touch with me, I am available on pretty much all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, under Magical, TRVLR. If you are definitely interested in sailing Utopia of the Seas, then get in touch. Just to put this in there, 2 quick notes as well. If you like the look of this ship, but you want to do a longer sailing, Wonder of the Seas, her sister ship, is also sailing 7-night sailings from Port Canaveral. So that's a ship I was on last December. She's doing 7-night sailings. Now, she is going off slightly further, but every single sailing does include a overnight as well. Or an overnight, sorry, does visit have a port included, a day, sorry, included at Perfect Day Coco Cay. So you do have a 7-night option available as well. If you want to sail close to home, we do have, this year it's Symphony of the Seas, next year it's Oasis of the Seas. So again, sister ship, they are slightly older, but don't think just because they're older that they don't have amazing groundbreaking features. They have a lot of the similar venues and spaces and slides and all those features as well. But we have Symphony this year sailing from Barcelona and from Rome, and equally next year we have Oasis. Myself and the girls over at the Magically Cruising podcast were booked on the transatlantic on Oasis of the Seas next year. So we're going to be leaving from Barcelona and heading over to America, finishing in Miami as well on board Oasis. So very exact same layout style of ship, just some tweaks to the venues on board. As I say, Utopia is just adding more. She's just got more venues, more choices, more options, and they've kind of tweaked things that maybe haven't worked on the older ships and just add them to new spaces. So again, really, really excited to have that new ship. So if you like the look of Utopia, but you want to maybe do a longer sailing, equally get in touch. There's tons of options for us as well if you are interested in that. Other than that, guys, hope that was interesting to you. Let me know if you've got any thoughts on this. Definitely drop a comment in saying hello if you've watched this, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.